Yesterday, the Alabama special election to fill the vacancy left by now Attorney General Sessions commenced, and it featured a Democrat who was Jones, famous for prosecuting the Ku Klux Klan members behind the 1963 church bombing, and the Republican Moore, who had twice ran for governor in the past and lost, and was within the last 30 days of his campaign accused of sexual assault allegations stemming from encounters with minors from several decades ago, allegedly. I feel the need to keep paraphrasing this with. And I was very convinced, given the fact that Alabama is a very deep red state, that Moore was going to come out, if not by a slim margin, by some measure of victory that was just noticeable from within the second or third hour of counting. I mean, I was blown away by Jones winning, or being said to be the winner. Obviously, Moore at the end of it refused to concede the race, and they're going to have some recount. But as things presently stand, with the declared winner being a Democrat, and this being the first instance of a Democrat winning a Senate election in 25 years within that state, I was blown away. And let me say hello to Simply Deep. So I'll have something else up within a very short amount of time. I just wanted to, I guess, state how I felt about it. Jones isn't someone that is really, he's liberal by the standards of that state, but if you actually look at his positions, he's very moderate. You know, he's part of that, I'd call him part of that new Democrat centrist wave that exists within the party that's been around since the Clinton years, which is part of the reason why Moore was able to attack his affiliations with the Clintons and with Obama. They're not liberals in the sense that they have liberal tendencies while governing in a centrist way. And that's something that, within the context of Alabama politics, I can see being mischaracterized or characterized, depending on your own perspective, as liberal. So it shows you, within the context of this race, how differently people nationwide can feel about someone, to how those within a state can be interpretive of another person. One last thing to point out before I cut this and go to the more important thing today. My favorite line from any speech by either of these two was when Moore was giving some address about maybe a few days ago or possibly a week before the election, and he said something to the effect of, the establishment is pouring in money from California. And as a person who lives there, it felt to be this thinly veiled reference to those liberal donors and big money havers that supposedly live around me. And apparently we donated enough to pull out a supposed victory. We'll see how the recount goes, but that was just amusing from my perspective. So I'll have something else out within moments. Don't go anywhere, both of you. Thank you for watching.